guys, it is Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, back with our Walking Dead weekly review. This is for The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 3, called Monsters. So, this episode was absolutely killer, man. I love this episode. I gotta say, especially when it comes to these 3 episodes, these have been 3 awesome episodes. And I gotta say, I think this season is off to I don't know if it's off to the best start, but it's off to one of the best starts to a season I've seen of almost any TV show ever, I'd say. So, I mean, this season so far, Season 8, is around the same kind of pacing, I'd say. Maybe even more so than Season 6, in terms of the first 3 episodes. I mean, what they're doing this season, they are really going for it, this season. And I really do like it. It's awesome. So they are really going for it this season. I'm really enjoying it. Now let's get into our review. So this episode is a really great episode in my opinion. Just love it. Oh wow, I love it all. I really do. It's an amazing episode. So, we start off the episode with the Kingdom. Now, at first, when you see them put their hands up, it's kind of like, oh, well, you think they're captured, but really they have a plan all along. And they start firing, they start taking down all the saviors, and before you know it, they're dead. So that's the beginning of the episode, which was really cool and, just really exciting. So I enjoyed that a lot. I thought the Ezekiel opening scene stuff was amazing. I really did. I thought that was a great opening to the episode. Now, moving into the rest of the episode now. So after the intro, we get Rick Morales and the whole just everything that happens there. This was insane. What happened? I mean, oh man, just everything that happened with Rick and Morales. Just kind of Rick telling Morales about what happened with Glenn, Andrea, Shane, Lori, and, Morales saying that he lost his family, which we do find that out as well. We don't need a flashback episode, but anyway, so when he tells him, he's like, we didn't make it that far. The saviors found me afterwards. It was a really great, it was just great to find out what happened to him, and you don't need a whole episode to show that, like a lot of people thought. You don't need to do that. So I think this was, definitely preferable. So then you get the sequence that really just shocked everybody, where he's like, so yeah, I am Negan. I'm Negan. We only knew each other a couple days. You're nothing. That's basically what he's saying. And he's saying, I feel like he really does want to shoot Rick at that moment. And then all of a sudden, as Rick's kind of talking to him, he just all of a sudden turns around, he hears Daryl come up, and before he knows it, it's too late, and he gets shot by Daryl, which was just insane. I mean, I did not expect Daryl to just come up there and shoot Morales right then and there. That was insane. Definitely one of the biggest moments of the episode. I really thought he had a future, and if you watched my video from last night, I said specifically, I was like, they're not gonna kill Morales. I mean, come on, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna kill him in, the episode. Turns out they did, and it was one heck of a shocker, I'll tell you that. It was, I was really just kind of torn on just how they did it. Do I agree with killing Morales off? I do, and I actually do see why they did, because they didn't. I don't think they planned to actually have a story with him. I don't think they did. I think that with Morales, I didn't really generally care about Morales, but I feel like because everybody just wouldn't stop talking about Morales, now I feel like we can almost put that topic to rest, I feel like. And I do like that, because I was never one for the whole Morales thing. I didn't really care about it. But anyway, that's just me. So maybe you guys feel differently. Write in the comments if you actually were very disappointed about Morales dying. I didn't get too hurt about it, but I actually thought it was an entertaining scene, and it was a really great sequence. And I was shocked. I didn't think they, but I think they just brought him back just for the fans to see him again, and then because they killed him off, the reason why they killed him off is just because of the fact that they didn't plan a story for him. They kind of just brought him back, to satisfy the fans and kind of let the fans know that this is what they're going to do with him, and that's it, you know, because they need to move on with their original story, and I'm pretty sure they actually probably didn't plan to have this happen. So it's kind of cool. So that's what happens there. Really exciting stuff. You have Rick and Daryl who are fighting and all that kind of stuff, and they're switching guns. It's a really exciting sequence when they're in there shooting the saviors, and you have the gun battle back and forth. It's really entertaining. And then they get out of there. Rick's taking the pictures again, and he's just. I feel like here's a prediction. I almost feel like Rick will. What he'll do is when Negan is in the cell. I hope hopefully, definitely hope they don't kill Negan, but. When Negan's in the cell, I feel like Daryl, it'd be funny if Daryl kind of visited him at the end of season 8 maybe or something. That could be like the ending scene of this season. I think that'd be cool if Daryl is like, hey man, and he kind of, he sticks some pictures on the wall, right? And lets Negan look at the pictures of his men just all dead. I think that, it makes sense because, Negan wanted to do that to Daryl. So I think that's kind of cool. I really like that. So that is awesome. I really, really enjoyed that. So now, so all of the stuff with Rick and Daryl was just super entertaining, man. And we'll talk about the stuff with them at the end there too, in a second. But anyway, so we have the death of Eric. We have Aaron who leaves them. It's a really emotional sequence. But then we see that he's a zombie later, and just. Oh wow! I really this did really make me sad when I saw this. It did. Why do they always have to ruin the relationships on this show? Seriously, but it was a really really great sequence though. No matter what you say about it, it was really cool. It definitely was. You felt the emotion there. They did grip the audience in this scene, I would have to say, and I definitely enjoyed it. I really did. So me personally, I mean, what death do I think was a bigger death, Eric or Morales? Me, I'd have to go with Morales, but Eric was a huge death too, and it looks like he's dead because on Talking Dead, he was there and he kind of said he was dead. So I'm expecting maybe we could see the zombie close up, but maybe they won't do it. So. I hope that this is not going to become a theory where it's like Eric's still alive and all this. No, he's dead. Guaranteed probably. 98% almost guaranteed. And maybe there's a 2% chance that he could be out there somewhere. But they said on Talking Dead he was dead. So I don't know. Maybe it's just because they didn't see the zombie close up and they're people are kind of wondering. So that could definitely have something to do with it. But you gotta feel bad for Aaron in this scene. It was really really emotional. So then you have the stuff with the saviors captured, all that stuff. The walkers come on the hill, and then you see just everything. The guy whistling, it's so annoying, man. Tara, who just wants to kill them, he's talking to what's the guy's name? Eduardo from the hilltop, right? So. Anyway, she's talking, and then you got the walkers who come down. Really exciting, though, when the saviors, they're just like, okay, here's our chance. Morgan chases right after them, and then you get, Morgan who's, like, right on their tail. And then Jesus, who, in this episode, I gotta say, all the stuff, with the saviors captured, when they're walking down the road before the zombies, I was so annoyed, though, when the guy just wouldn't shut up, he just kept whistling, Oh, I don't know. That was so annoying to me. I don't know why. Because I feel like he really, really wants to just get Morgan on his last nerves. I don't know why he would want to do that, because, he seems scared. It's like he seems so, like, confident and, like, brutal and, like, mean, when he's not pointing the gun. But as soon as Morgan pulls a gun on him, he gets, like, this scared look. I'm just like, oh my god, what a loser. But anyway, now let's get into the scene with Jesus versus Morgan. I mean... Oh my god, that was exciting, no matter what you say, that was exciting, the fight, Jesus who takes his staff and you get Morgan, he even says, I'm not right, he leaves, the fight, they're kicking and all that, I love it, it was, in the trailer we were wondering why they were fighting, but it was really, really exciting to see, so, that was really cool as well. Now, moving on to just one more thing I gotta say about the Jesus versus Morgan fight. Who was I rooting for? Because I know a lot of people are probably wondering before I move on to the next thing. when it comes to this, I would definitely have to go with Jesus, just because Jesus, I knew he would win, to be honest. I had a really good feeling he would win, so that's probably why. But just, I like Jesus a little bit more. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I do. I like Jesus a little bit more. Now, when it comes to the kingdom stuff at the very end, that was insane. You know, now Daniel and everybody else that jumped on King of CQ, yeah, they're probably dead. Yeah, that's a safe bet. So Daniel from the kingdom is probably dead. But the cool thing though is that that I'm very excited about for the next episode is that Carol is going in there. Doesn't look like the rest of the kingdom is in there, so it looks like she went in on her own. So that's really exciting. Now, so that was the ending. Now, one more thing I want to talk about, can I live? And then that's when Daryl just shoots the guy at the end, right? They find out it's Gavin's group that has the guns and all that. That was exciting. And when Daryl just shoots him, that was insane though. But that was really exciting. So overall, guys, this episode was amazing. I'm so hyped for episode 4. Just, if they keep this season going this way, I don't think they can, but, man, if they did, though, like, this would be the best season ever. And I honestly, though, I don't doubt that it's not going to be the best season ever, because, if they keep this going, it definitely could be. So make sure to write all your comments below, and I will catch you guys for my episode 4 predictions video coming up really, really soon. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys next time.